Hey guys, just making this video today to walk you through how you can track the job changes of your ICP leads. So first things first, I used the native Clay people search here to get a list of CEOs and founders and presidents at finance companies, accounting companies, and alternatively, you can import this list with an Apollo CSV, an export from SalesNav. But right here, I used the Clay native search. We got all the important info: company name, their names, company domain, their LinkedIn profile, their job title, all of that valuable stuff, and then where the magic happens is we're going to click actions in the top right, search for job changes, and we will click the first one that comes up, and this will bring us to this signal page. So as I mentioned, also here you can import a CSV from Apollo or SalesNav, but as we've got a Clay table, we can come in here, we link ICP execs, bang, and then it's going to automatically map their personal LinkedIn profiles, and that is where it's going to source the job change data from. Next up, we'll click next, and we can now select how far back we want to look for job changes. In this case, we can go for 3 months. If you wanted to, you could do 6 or 12. Next step, we're going to go into here, and we are going to be able to choose how frequently this table is going to run to check if there were any job changes. If you want to do monthly or quarterly or bi-weekly or daily, weekly, whatever, all possible within this native Clay function. Then next up, we'll click next. You can add some enrichments here if you'd like, but don't stress too much because you've got more flexibility to add them later once the table has populated. So we'll click save here. It will create a new table in the workbook, as you can see down here, and then it is going to start to populate with people from our list who have changed job in the last few months. So yeah, we'll wait here and wait for it to populate. And as you can see now, we've got these people starting to populate into the Clay table. These are people from our original list that have changed jobs within the past 3 months. Clay is very helpful here, and automatically, as you see, it runs a lookup so that we are able to pull all the data from this initial table into here. So you can see we're going to have their full name, their job title, all of that useful stuff. Then the second step after we do this, if we're going to run email campaigns, is we can go into add enrichments. We'll go into find work email, and here you've got sort of the default one, but probably what's wise is coming into the full configuration, picking which providers you want to use, because maybe you don't want to spend 6 credits per row to find an email. You can delete the ones we don't want to use, move the ones where you've got an API key up to the top, or if they're cheaper, for example, Lead Magic, only 1 credit per row. And then yeah, Clay has still done us the favor of mapping their information. We've got their full name, their company domain, their company name, and this is going to give all the providers the information they need to go out and try and find these emails. If you're using Zero Bounce, make sure this is switched on when you're validating your emails. And then yeah, once we've done that, we will be able to click save and run. One important thing, which I do need to mention, is as you can see, Clay does not get it 100% right all the time. But thankfully, they know this, so they're running a checkbox to make sure that the start date is within the last 3 months. So what I'm going to do on my email waterfall is I'm going to go only run if 3 months equals true. So this way, we're only going to be running the enrichment for people who actually have started within the last 3 months. We can save and run, and this will run for every single one, every single row that has a checkbox. And as you can see here, it's populating, or Prospero is doing a decent job so far, but as you can see, we're pushing through the waterfall, validating it as we go, and beautiful, nice and simple. The final step now to launch this campaign is we are going to come into here. We're going to go into Salesforge. We're going to click add lead to existing sequence, which we've created in our Salesforge account. We'll select our workspace, we'll select our sequence, and then thankfully, once again, Clay has automatically mapped all of the relevant information here. Realistically, it's only going to run if it's got a work email, but it's good practice to add in another conditional formula so we don't get lots of red sort of warnings. We're going to go only run if work email is not empty, because that is the column at the end of the waterfall which is only populated with valid emails. So we'll do that, and then we will click run, and then yeah, from here we're going to click save and run, and then this will automatically input into your Salesforge campaign.